I'm sure many of you know what the word diet means because a lot of adults talk about it. This story today is about Grandpa's diet. A long time ago, before there were microwaves or cell phones or cable television, even before Grandpa met Grandma, Grandpa had gone to high school. Now, 50 years later, he received an important announcement in the mail. They were going to have a class reunion. In high school, Grandpa had been a young man and was fit and athletic. Now, before seeing his old classmates, he wanted to lose some of the extra pounds he had put on. Grandpa decided to go on a diet. Grandpa's first diet was a 7 o'clock diet. On this diet, he could eat as much as he wanted during the day, but nothing after 7 p.m. The next morning when he weighed himself, he had put more weight on. Grandpa's second diet was the throw-it-away diet. He threw all their desserts into the garbage can in the garage. Cookies, candy, cake, and even his favorite ice cream. Later in the day, Grandpa remembered it was freezing cold in the garage. I really shouldn't waste that ice cream, he said to himself, and brought it back into the house and ate the whole carton. Grandpa's third diet was the eat only when your stomach growls diet. Grandpa bought a doctor's stethoscope so he could hear his stomach's slightest growl. Grandpa loved this diet. He ate all day because his stomach kept growling. The next day when Grandpa was driving over to his daughter's house, he heard someone on the radio say, "Dark chocolate is good for you." He turned his car around and drove as fast as he could to the fancy candy store at the mall and bought 2 boxes of dark chocolate. He thought maybe if he ate healthy food, he could lose weight. By the time Grandpa got to his daughter's house, he had eaten almost 1 whole box and was feeling a little sick to his stomach. He went straight to the couch so he could lie down and think. None of the diets had worked. How could he face his classmates? Maybe what he needed to help him come up with a new plan was a snack and then a nap. As Grandpa was thinking these thoughts, his 2 grandsons walked in. "Can you help me lose weight in time for the reunion?" he asked them. "Yes, we can help you," said Elijah, who was the oldest. "But you have to promise to do what we say and to pay me $5 and to pay Ezra too." Grandpa was desperate, so he agreed to do what they said and also to pay them, but only if he lost weight. "Fine," said Elijah. "First, you need to get up off the couch." Grandpa stood up. Elijah and Ezra lay down where Grandpa had been. "Now please bring me a glass of milk and a cookie," said Elijah. Grandpa had promised, so he did as Elijah said. After Grandpa delivered the milk and cookie to Elijah, Ezra said that he would like milk and a cookie also. Grandpa had promised, so he did as Ezra said. When he finished, Grandpa sat down in the recliner. He wanted to rest and watch football. As he reached for the remote, Elijah said, "Grandpa, go to the TV and push the buttons. You're not allowed to use the remote until after the reunion." Football was coming on and Grandpa was settling back in the recliner when Grandma walked into the room. "Honey, could you bring me some milk and cookies?" he said. "No, Grandpa," Ezra said. "You must go and get the milk and cookies yourself." As Grandpa got up to go into the kitchen for the 3rd time, he asked Elijah what the name of this new diet plan was. "I call it the Move Your Body Diet plan," said Elijah. Soon it was the day before the class reunion. Grandpa weighed himself and found he had lost 10 pounds. He gave Elijah $5 and Ezra $2. The Move Your Body diet plan had worked, but he had started it too late to make much of a difference. Grandpa was still embarrassed by his weight, but he had thought of a backup plan. He had gone to the costume shop and bought a funny, inflatable sumo wrestler costume to wear. His classmates would laugh when they saw him, but they would never see his stomach. To Grandpa's surprise, the reunion was a swimming party. Everyone had put on swimming suits. With his best cannonball and a big splash, Grandpa jumped into the pool where he floated around in his sumo outfit like a giant beach ball. As Grandpa looked at his classmates in the water around him, he realized that he wasn't the only one with a big tummy, and he took off his sumo suit for the reunion pictures. When Grandpa came home, he said to Elijah, "I like your Move Your Body diet. I'm going to try to do this diet the rest of my life." As Grandpa sat down, he asked Grandma for some cookies and milk. Grandma shook her head and smiled. "Our family is now a Move Your Body diet family," she said. "Why don't you get the milk yourself? And maybe get just 1 cookie. Your 60th class reunion will be here sooner than you think."